Hi, Sharon. It's Anne.
Hi, Anne.
Thank you so much for doing this.
Sure.
Um, my skin has been very fragile. I was recently putting together an IKEA piece of furniture, and just screwing with the screwdriver wore off the skin of my palm of my hand, and my I'm just having more um, spots, and my skin seems to be very fragile.
Okay. All right. So the first thing I get is a reaction, skin reaction to furnitures, not particularly to this event, but there is some memory in the past, actually more like a childhood, skin reaction to furnitures. And that memory is actually rubbing off on you. So we'll delete that memory down to zero minus infinity. Also, some childhood pain of not having enough furnitures in your room or having furnitures you don't like in your room. So something about the furnitures that cause you pain, and also the room. So we'll neutralize that. Also, future anticipation furnitures don't agree with you anywhere you go. We'll delete that too. Furniture, no furniture, also neutral. And also furniture. There's some trauma related to furniture actually coming from your ancestors, female ancestors, furniture causing their injury, causing injury, pain. Either they hit themselves with furniture or furniture fell, whatnot. So we're going to remove that. Also, female ancestors, pain, trauma, furnitures, and furnitures look ugly in their house or rooms. So there's some resentment towards the furnitures. Okay, so remove that down to zero minus infinity. Again, you don't have to believe it. I don't always believe it. It just comes up. If it comes up as a weakness, we just make it strong. And then, once you feel the shift, my job is done. So you don't have to overthink or make a out of it. Okay, so well, you could just for entertainment purpose. Anyway, so we're going to remove all that. So skin wearing off. There's also some memory. This is also ancestors. Memory of working in factory or hard labor, their skin wearing off using tools and or using their hands. Okay, so we're going to remove that down to zero minus infinity. Okay, any change in?
Well, it's interesting because, I usually teach with my hands, and since COVID, I have been teaching on Zoom. I don't use my hands anymore, to work with people. And it feels the fragile, I feel like I might be losing my toughness, like like my ability to stay strong with my hands.
Okay, so that's not just you. Collectively, people use their hands to work. There's a collective phobia that they may lose their craft or skills or strength in the future if they don't use it, like you don't use it, lose it kind of thing. So we're going to remove that down to zero minus infinity. Also, collectively, people in your perfection have a collective grief that they cannot do their job and use their talents and skills to help people. So there's some powerlessness there. Okay, we'll remove that too. Okay, how do you feel about that?
That helped. It evened my concern out.
Yeah. Okay, so now you think of your skin, what happened, you just said. Do you feel neutral or still have concerns?
Well, I feel more consistent through my whole skin instead of just focusing on instead of focusing on my hands.
Okay.
So I just feel like I can sense my whole skin instead of.
Okay. Yeah, since you're speaking that, I feel your hands are uneven with your physical intelligence, vice versa. Your hands and the rest of the body still uneven and not integrated. Also, hands, no hands, neutral. Body, no body, neutral. Okay, so also your fingertips, communication with the hands with fingertips also need to be strengthened. And fingertips, exit portals, strengthen and speed up. And the palms, there are also exit portals. So we integrate with the rest of the body, rest of the exit portals, and speed it up. And also your central nervous system, stabilize your central nervous system's communication with your palm, fingers, and the rest of the body. And also there's still some skin trauma, future rubbing off, wearing off, being rubbed off by certain situations you don't like. Okay, so we're going to remove that down to 0 minus infinity. In one situation is not able to use your hand. Okay, so neutral. All right, how do you feel now?
I feel really much more integrated. Thank you.
You're
That
welcome.
nice and clear.